So, you may or may not notice that I have a new tank bag. Get my gloves on here. Toast posted a picture for some reason, I don't remember why, of it. It either was his bike with the tank bag on it or just the tank bag or something. I don't remember. But I said something along the lines of, oh man, that picture makes me miss my old tank bag, which, for those of you who may or may not know, this is the exact same brand and model bag that I used to have on my 98 VFR. Used it for a couple of years and quite liked it. Then I got hit by a deer. And the tank bag was rendered unusable. It destroyed one of the zippers. And so I got a new one. Well, I decided to try something different and was not terribly happy with it, but it does its job. And it's a Nelson Rigg, which is the same brand of luggage that Toast has. And he knew what kind of tank bag I had. I don't really know why he knew that, but he did. And so he said, well, hey, you want to trade, you know? And I was like, well, yeah, actually, I prefer this bag. The Nelson Rigg is not a bad bag. In fact, it has a couple of features that this one doesn't have. Doesn't have, with a V. Meanwhile, I go stupid. It has a port for headphones to go through, like right in here somewhere on the other one. This one doesn't, so I've actually got my MP3 player in the side. And I just leave the zipper open a little bit whenever I decide to actually plug it in. It's not really a big deal. Inside, on the inside of the lid, there's a couple of pockets on the Nelson that aren't on this, and a keyring clipper thingy that is kind of handy. It's not terribly necessary, but it is kind of handy. This doesn't have them. What I like about this is that it doesn't sit up as high. The two tank bags are almost identical in volume, okay? But the Nelson Rigg is kind of narrow and tall, whereas this one is wide and not tall. And this expands more vertically. You know, it expands up quite a bit. You can actually fit an entire helmet in the damn thing with a mohawk on it without bending the mohawk. I've done it before. It's crazy. The Nelson Rigg, it extends as well, but it doesn't extend quite as much, which I've never really needed the extension on it like I did back in the day when I used a different helmet for vlogging. And what happened was I had a daily use helmet, and then I had a specific vlogging helmet. And so my vlogging helmet was really shitty and really, really loud, so I didn't travel with it. I didn't wear it when I was traveling. I would carry it. And then if I wanted to do a video, I'd just switch helmets real quick. Well, the Nelson won't fit a spare helmet. This will. I don't care about that anymore because, like I said, I don't use a separate helmet anymore. But I could easily fit a gallon or 2 gallons of milk in this bitch if I needed to. But really, I just like it because it's not quite as tall. It's a little wider. It fits my stance a little bit more. I've got pretty wide shoulders, so I don't have a problem reaching around it, and it kind of fills the space better. You know, it's a more efficient use of space between me and the tank. But that said, it's only like 2 inches shorter or something. The specs on it's not very different. It is noticeable if you set them side by side. Enchiladas. Wow. That's the one shitty thing about Mexican foods. Man, every time you belch for like a week, you're going to taste it. And I made some enchiladas last night that are fucking fantastic. if I do say so myself. And had leftovers for lunch today, and I'm belching up leftover enchilada meat. I know you all wanted to hear that. But yeah, so I am going to be mailing my Nelson Rigg tank bag to Toast probably tomorrow. Sorry, dude. My job interview this morning went a little bit differently than expected, and it threw me off my game. I meant to stop and grab some stuff on the way home and totally forgot. God, I gotta quit sniffling. Hang on. There we go. By the way, those white trees are fucking annoying. It's because of those things that I'm sniffling so much. So, I will get that bag in the mail. Now, of course, by the time you see the video, it's probably already arrived. But essentially, all we did was trade. And who knows, maybe we can get him to do a comparison and see what he thinks. I think it's always kind of interesting for two people to review the exact same pieces of gear. He has a very different outlook on a lot of things than I do, which is not a bad thing. It's actually a very good thing. But he can tell you, and I'll tell you, that I wouldn't say we disagree. We see things very differently. Let's put it that way. So yeah, hopefully Toast enjoys his somewhat new to him tank bag. I know I am definitely liking mine. And yeah, that's about it. Oh, and another thing, the magnets on this one are a lot weaker than the Nelson Rigg magnets. Those things are ridiculously strong, which, you know, is okay if that's what you want, but I think they're a little overkill. This bag's a little bit easier to remove and position without scratching the piss out of fucking everything.